All right, welcome to the Virtue Bowling Supply YouTube channel, your go-to place for non-staff, non-biased, multi-style reviews. My name is Chris, and I'm here to bring the high-rev perspective.
And my name is Josh, and I will be bringing the low-rev perspective.
All right, today we will be looking at the brand new Radical Torpedo, and I'm going to be comparing it to the Physics Blackout and the Black Widow Mania.
And I will be comparing it to the Storm Ion Pro and the Track Theorem Pearl. These reviews will give us and you an idea of what these rocks look like going down the lane. At the end, we will give our unbiased review anywhere from nuts to trash. So make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you out on the lanes.
All right, just wrapped up throwing the Radical Torpedo. Now, I really liked this one going down the lane. I don't think I missed very much, one or two times maybe. For me, I like the pearls that have a little bit more teeth in the middle part of the lane, and I feel like this one fits that category. Sometimes you get the cleaner pearls that go just a little bit too far down the lane and are a little too angular. This one sees the middle part of the lane really well and just the way I like it. So this one I think is going to be really good. So let's go ahead and compare it to the Physics Blackout and see how it compares. All right, after seeing the Physics Blackout go down the lane, I think these are probably as close as you're going to get. I have a couple more games on the Physics Blackout, so it has a little bit more lane shine, so I had to play a little bit further to the right, but I feel like these see the lane almost in the same exact spot. They both have, I feel like, a little bit stronger covers, so they like to see the middle part of the lane a little bit more than other Asym Pearls, so I really like that, but they really are very, very similar. So now we're going to go ahead and compare it to the Black Widow Mania and see how that compares. All right, just wrapped up throwing the Black Widow Mania, and this one is definitely more down lane and angular than the Torpedo is. I had to move quite a bit for the left, almost 2 zones. I'm pretty sure that I had to move to get the ball down lane enough to not be so quick to the friction. I feel like when I was on top of the same spot as the Torpedo, it just kept seeing it just a little too quick and got offline. So moving a couple zones to the left, found a little bit more oil and used it a little bit more of the down lane friction to be able to see it go through the pins the right way. But it's definitely a lot cleaner and a lot more angular than the Torpedo is. All right, final thoughts on the Radical Torpedo. This is going to be one that I probably throw a lot. I think this one's going to be really versatile. I think you'll be able to even throw a little bit of surface on it or even let it lane shine. I think this ball just has the shape that I typically like to see in an asymmetric pearl. So for this one, I'm going to have to give it a fire. I feel like this is definitely going to go in my bag. I really like to see what I saw here, and I'm excited to see it go down the lane even more.
Just finished up throwing 10 shots with the Radical Torpedo. This ball gave me a pretty forward shape for a cleaner ball, but was able to still be, smooth when it saw friction. It wasn't so quick, which I thought it was going to be for how shiny it looked at first, but it definitely was a smoother rolling ball, which I enjoyed. I was able to keep it more in front of me, and when I missed right, it didn't overhook. It was still forward off the friction, which I really, really liked out of these, these cleaner type bowling balls. When I do need to open up my angles, but it's not so quick. So now we're going to go ahead and throw 5 shots with the Ion Pro and see how it compares. Just finished up throwing 5 shots with the Ion Pro. This ball, I would say, is a little earlier, not as forward as the Torpedo, so earlier but also quicker. I know that sounds weird, but it just overall hooks a little bit more, especially it also had a little bit of surface on it, so that made it start up a little sooner. I think if it was shiny like the Torpedo, they'd be close, but I'd still think the Ion is more quick to friction and the Torpedo is going to be a little bit more forward. Now I'm going to throw 5 shots with the Track Theorem Pearl and see how it compares. The Theorem Pearl was definitely more forward and did not hook quite as much as the Torpedo. This ball has kind of been hit or miss for me the last couple weeks, but for what we're bowling on right now, I did not like the shape of it. I felt like it was too early and did not want to continue off spot. If I got it in, it just never saw it, and I feel like if I got it to the friction, it just either labored or hooked immediately. So just not a very blendable shape for what's out there right now. Final thoughts on the Torpedo. I think this ball, even though it was striking, I don't honestly necessarily see myself throwing something like this because it's clean, but doesn't hook a lot. And I know that sounds weird where a lot of times when there's a little bit more volume, like I don't think this ball is going to be able to blend it super easily. And because of that, I'm going to have to give it a meh. I did strike a little bit with it today, but they have been fairly easy for the most part for all these videos we're recording today. So I just don't, compared to other stuff, I think there's better options out there.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video useful, make sure you like it, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.